Hello there, everyone. Okay, so it has been way too long since I did a recording. I think it was about March, actually, when Jedi Knight Cal Kestis was around, and I actually did record some other things at that time. Life has been busy, so I haven't really been able to do much of any recording or editing in that time. So I do apologise for those of you who've been wanting content from me. I have been streaming, but for those of you who like that recording itch, let me scratch it for you. Let's get into my rosters. Okay, so last time, Crimson was 8.94 million GP. I think it'd be safe to say we've jumped up a little bit since then. We're 1.1 ahead, or 1.2, I think that would be actually. At the time, we were looking to farm JML. Okay, I've got JML. So yeah, that was the big headline at the time. And what I will say, I feel we've done okay. We're missing one key component, in my opinion, which is the Relic 9 finisher. The finisher being Relic 9 is really the beautiful spot for JML, whereas right now he's okay. You know, he's chilling. You know, he's alright here, but that little line there, 13,800 to 34,100, that's what we're after. Will I be able to do it? Not anytime soon. I don't know. My face cam's covering it a little bit, but we've got 12 out of 20 droid brains. And as you can see during the rest of this video, Crimson's got a few other farms going on which may demand Relic 9s. So let's just discuss what's going on right now. So as you can see on my power list here, we've currently got 5 GLs, and if we switch over to... Actually, no, first of all, let's go to the journey guide. Let's show you this first of all. Our current farm is Lord Vader. I did allude to this last time that I might go towards Lord Vader, but also I did on my main account. I think it'd be safe to say my free-to-play has gone for Lord Vader fast. So, we're not far off. Tech is one relic away from his requirement level, then to just Hunter, Embo, and Tusken Raider. Now, my theory is I'll be able to get Lord Vader unlocked by hopefully the end of the month. If not the very beginning of next month. I'll be disappointed, to be honest, if it takes that long. But if we're just being cautious, yeah, start of September, why not? But what I will say, that's been a long farm, but I haven't really felt it too much. The Bad Batch, I've just been giving them Karatech here and there where I can, so it's felt like it's been a gradual farm rather than something that I've just been like, oh, come on. So it hasn't been too bad in that regard. The worst thing for me was the relics, which I think everyone will agree are horrendous. I mean, the 4 relic 8s, Tarkin, imagine he's got a relic 8 there, Archtrooper really. So yeah, they weren't fun. Farming all those impulse detectors, it's not an enjoyable part of the game. But we got them done, and once they're done, it really does feel like the worst bit's out of the way, because Tarkin, Zam, Gunray, Echo was already 7. They just fly by comparison. So yeah, I was glad when them 4 were done, because everything else has felt a lot faster since. So hopefully soon Lord Vader. What else are we working on? Let's filter just by my favourites now. Actually, let's just show you my favourites rather than everything else. Can I do that? There we go. So we've got a few things on the boil. What you can't see by my face cam is Bo-Katan Mandalore. As you may notice, we've got Caloran back at Relic 1. We've got Paz Vizsla at Relic 1. And down on the bottom, well, the second to bottom row, right above my head is IG-12 and Grogu. We're kind of stuck there, if I'm going to be frank. It's taken a while, longer than I would like. But even he agrees. And yeah, it's frustrating because on stream today, I was looking at this and I was thinking, oh, should I do it? And the bottom line is, Ki-Adi-Mundi is really blocking me, because he's only 5-star still. I think he's 5-star. Let me double check that. And because of that, even though it's taking forever, yeah, he's 5-star, I feel like I need to keep holding resources for him, even though by the time I get him to 7-star, the Naboo raid will be over. So, it's very frustrating, I must say. So, yeah, hopefully IG-12 and Grogu will be up to Relic soon. And then we should have back-to-back unlocks as far as Lord Vader and then Bo-Katan. But what else are we working on? Well, actually, if we go along in order of things that aren't already mentioned, we got Darth Maul here. Darth Maul can be categorized with Luminara, Queen Amidala, Fisto, Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, even Stap. All raid requirements, all things that I want to farm for the raid, but also things that, bar Luminara and Kit Fisto, will be beneficial after the raid. Now, because of that, I am a little bit awkward and cautious regarding Luminara and Kit. Because if we look at my raid squads as they are, Maul needs to go up to Relic 7 for not just the raid, but for Leviathan. So I don't mind doing that for double reasons. The Gungans, they have not been farmed as you can tell. Only Tarpals is 7-star because Cantina Energy was kind to me for that farm. But the rest, yeah, no Zetas or anything. So the Gungans, I don't know when they're going to be worked on, but ideally they will be. We've also got Stap leading some droids and a Gear 12 droidica to boot. And then we got this Kala and Bet team that if I did have a 7-star Kiadi would actually be very nice. So, yeah, the raid is very frustrating. That's the only way I can phrase it. They aren't bad teams or bad characters, you know, in isolation, but it's very hard to justify taking these two up to Relic. But my thoughts are I'll probably do it just so that I've got a good team to keep scoring. The Gungans, they will be good after the raid, so I don't mind putting into it. But yeah, it feels very weird going down that road because there are other farms to work on. Such as, if we just back out of here for a minute, we've got Cal Kestis. Now, these, unlike my main account last time, these are not ready. We've got Gear 8, we have got Gear 8, there's Gear 12 on Marin, we've got Gear 8, and what's the bet? Saw's Gear 8. Yeah, he is Gear 8. So, some way to go for these, but the fact that they're all 7-star, can't help but think Cal should be next. So we're going to try and get that done. But then we got all these other things. Dr. Aphra. As you saw, BT1 and Trip 0, they are on my favourites list. Got 2 out of 100 left. Well, we're on the 6th star, shall we say, for Trip. BT1, we're on the 5th star, closing on the 6th. But Ondo and Sana are not actually Relic. So we're miles away. It feels hard justifying going for Aphra. I mean, I'm farming their shards because I want to make sure I've got that bit done, so I'm not needing to do that. But it's weird. It's weird. Leviathan. We've got all the shards we need. Just the relics now. As I mentioned before, Relic 9s could be an important thing, hence why JML hasn't got one yet. And yeah, we need 2 here. So I know I need to go for Leviathan. And I'm thinking, is Maul the kicker to do it? Maybe. Maybe it is. But one of the big tantalizing things that is like the big shiny light in front of me that I can't help but want to chase. Leia. Captain Rex, 7-star. At Gear 10. At Bar, Gear 11, 7-star. Scout Trooper, 7-star. R2, Relic 7. Captain Han, Relic 3. Rolo, Relic 3. Captain Drogon, Gear 8, 7-star. Commander Luke, Relic 3. Boosh. Don't think Boosh's shards are far. Oh no, Boosh is 7-star, correction. My bad. Gear 8 as well. 3PO and Chewie, Relic 3, I think? Relic 5 even. Oh, of course, because of JML. So yeah, Relic 5. And Lobot, I don't think Lobot's got much on. Yeah, level 50, Gear 4. So, some close, some not so close. But overall, it feels realistic to go for Leia next. In comparison at least to Jabba on the GL list, because Chrysanthemum hasn't got all his stars. Gamorrean God has not got all his stars. Greedo is only about Gear 7, Gear 8 even. Skiffguard hasn't got all the stars. Jawa... Okay, Jawa's got all the stars, but still no gear. 7-star, fair enough. 3PO is Relic 5. We've done Boosh. Aura, I think, is Gear 10. Fennec, I do want work on Fennec, so it would be a good reason to go for Jabba to get Fennec done. But Mob Enforcer, Blair. So Jabba's definitely worth going for Smuggler's Run 2 alone. Get TB missions with him. But Leia's nearer, so it's kind of tempting to go for the Leia route. So I've spoke about a lot of things here, and it's been a very short space of time to talk. But hopefully you can get the gist of where my mind is, and it is all over the place. I've got so many different farms and projects in mind, but I don't necessarily know what to go for next. So I want your opinions, folks. Personally, I am inclined, once I've done Lord Vader and Bo, the next thing is Cal, just because Jedinak Cal Kestis makes sense. After that, I can't say I've got a firm plan. I'm thinking maybe we go for Leia, but then it means we're missing out on Leviathan. So maybe it's Leviathan next, then Leia. And at that point, we're probably several farms behind that of new things. So I'm curious, folks, what would you do? What would you do? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, let's show you what Temmin's up to. So last time Temmin, and I'm just looking at my phone for confirmation, was 9.83 million GP. I didn't realise until today that I crossed over the 11 million GP threshold, so I'm proud of that. Again, that's another milestone I didn't ever expect to cross over. I never thought it was going to happen, so yeah, I'm very proud of that one. But like Crimson, we've got 5 Galactic Legends. Unlike Crimson, we're not on the verge of a 6th, so that's sad, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, we're working on things here. Now, I am showing this on Crimson's account, i.e. we're not able to actually go into a lot of detail like favourites, etc. But I can break down a bit of what we've done since the last time we were here. So, I actually want to cover 2 things that I wanted to work on, but we'll show you how much we have. First of all, I wanted to work on Sith. Arguably, I have a bit. I mean, we got a Relic Darth Bane, which wasn't out in the game back then, but we have got that Relic now. But we haven't really done the bit that I wanted, which was Freya, Scion, Nihilus, Savage. They're all the same as they were. So I'm disappointed in that one. Every Grand Arena, it feels, someone will say to me, use Treya. Yeah, that Treya ain't beating anything in Kyber 2. So I always feel a bit glum when Treya gets mentioned. Another thing that people sometimes bring up, less so nowadays, Imperial Troopers. Dark's a bit better. I think Dark was last time Gear 7. I would rather him be Relic 7, but Relic 5 is certainly a damn sight better than Gear 7, so we will take that. And we've got 3 out of 5, actually, yeah, I'd argue 3 out of 5 Imperial Troopers Relic. I mean, I know Gideon's technically an Imperial Trooper, but I think we can all agree he's more an Imperial Remnant now. So, yeah, range probably needs to fill that gap as well, so 2 out of 5 realistically. But we are looking okay. It's better than it was. If we do need them, Piet's actually got some speed on him now. So yeah, we could use him if we needed to beat something now, even if it's not the cleanest of battles. But those are the things that I wanted to work on. But here's something that I have been working on. Gungans. In the next couple of days, I'm going to do a release video for Jar Jar, showing how I unlocked him. Like every new character, I don't look at the event beforehand, so I don't know what I'm walking into. I fear remods. But yeah, we got through all 4 at Relic 5. We're going to do our best to get Jar Jar day 1. And fingers crossed it's not that difficult. I fear there's going to be some future me saying how wrong I was. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Jar Jar. I think he'd be a good character for this account. We got Jedinak Cal Kestis. I feel like Cal was definitely worth chasing. Just being able to take down Malgus on defense has been brilliant with the windmill defense. So I'm very pleased with that. What else have we got though? We got Taran. Taran's been a great unlock. I did feel I took a long time getting his Omicrons. I mean, 20 a piece is not cheap, but what I will say, Diewelp. Whenever I hear people talk about Diewelp, the impression is it's a nice Omicron, but you don't need it. And for that reason, I am glad I went for it, because sometimes I think you need that little extra oomph. It's not something that will guarantee you a win, but it's just something that makes you feel more secure in what you're doing. So if anyone watches my streams, you'll know that I'm liable to make misplays. I feel like having Omicrons like that are always good insurance, just in case you do make a misplay. Not that it will rectify a mistake, but it reduces the chance of making a mistake, or it reduces the impact a mistake may have. So for me, they are important. But it does mean that we fall behind in other regards. Now, I'm coming back a bit here because I didn't mention what I have improved actually since last time as well, which is my Galactic Legend. I started off by saying we got 5, which I kind of put myself down straight away on by saying, oh yeah, we haven't got 6 like Crimson soon will have. But if it hadn't been for the Lightspeed bundles, I would only have 3. I would have JML, Leia, and Jabba. Thanks to the Lightspeed bundles, we already had Rey last time, but since then we got Supreme Leader Kylo as well. That's been very important because if we look at the Datacrons, not only did we have the Special Forces at Relic 5 thanks to that, so we've been able to use this Cron. We've also had a Supreme Leader Kylo Cron in case we ever need it, so it's definitely been a worthwhile Lightspeed bundle to have, and it's been very useful, so I'm really grateful. Leia's been great as well. I feel like I got her late as far as Drogon's Datacron expired after I got her, but nevertheless, she's been a great character for me. I'm glad I've got her. You guys know me by now, hopefully. I love my Rebels, so it was a gimme anyway. I'd go for Leia. But yeah, I'm hoping she has something else that helps her shine in the near future. Not necessarily a new character, but just a Cron or something just to spice her up a bit, because the last couple of seasons for me, she's felt very... She's definitely been alright on offense, but on defense, she's not had that same oomph she had. And it'd be nice if she had just a little bit of that again. So we'll see. Again, it could be that I'm missing in Datacrons. I mean, when you look at my current set, I've got some, but not a lot. So it could be that I'm just missing a really impactful one for her. So we'll see. So what am I actually working on? I think that's a good question. By the way, we did get Sears Omicron just as far as talking about Taran before. What are we actually working on though? Well, we're working on Queen Amidala. As you can see, we got her. Well, actually, you can't see it because my cam's covering it up. She has Relic 6. I'll go back a page because it's pretty pointless showing you there. Yeah, she's Relic 6. She's going to be my next Omicron, so we'll get the unique honor. We've got Kiadi at Relic 7. That's just something that I think when you've done all those weeks and weeks of using Get 3 to get cam, you go and take him to Relic 7, even if he's a bit like he is for me right now. He's just one I'm not really using a lot in GAC. It's something you've got to do just because it's like, well, why not? You've put all this time into him. You've got to somehow utilize him. And in a way, I'm grateful the raid's giving him some use. But I've been saying this today. I really hope that the Accelerate Cam and ideally a few of the older Conquest units like Cat, Maul. I think anyone below 4 million GP needs a way of getting these characters a little bit easier. And I'm including myself a little bit here in terms of Cam. I think Cam is beyond difficult to get. So I hope CG at some point in the near future gives free-to-play players a way to get these characters. Sorry, I'm highlighting Queen Amidala there. I don't expect Queen Amidala to be handed out on a plate. But something like Cat, I look and I think, Cat makes JMK tick. And it feels wrong that one of the best teams in the game still is kind of gated around a GP gate and then a time gate following it. I mean, it does feel like there just needs to be some easing of that. And I don't know what exactly. But I was saying before, maybe they could add shards of Cat, Maul, some of those earlier Conquest units like Boba Fett, Sign and Django. Add them to Conquest in easy and normal mode. Make it so that you progress through the conquests, you get shards here and there. And as a result of doing that, if you played conquests often enough leading up to 4 million GP, you'll get those characters. I think something like that needs to happen because, I mean, I'm grateful. On my main account here, I've got all the conquest units. I've got Kiadi. My free-to-play doesn't. And it's sad. That's the only word for it, really. It's just sad. Because you can just fall behind a little bit, and there's not much you can do to correct it other than hoarding for conquest. Sorry, for proving grounds. So I do hope they fix it. I really do. I know I've gone on a random tangent there as far as that isn't about my accounts, but it feels important to say it because it's something that has been neglected a bit in the game, and hopefully people will start to bring it up a bit more, just for those newer players who join. But yeah, other than that, I have kept up with some of the Lightspeed bundles that have come out. We got the Phoenix one, so our Phoenix units are Rally 3 where they weren't. We got the Ewok. Sorry, we didn't get the Ewok one. I was thinking about the Ewok one at the time, but instead we got the Geonosian one, so that has really helped out just to bulk that faction up a bit. We did get the Beskar or Mando one as well, so there's been a few that I've purchased that have been good value. That also explains my GP bloat. But yeah, doesn't feel like a lot else has happened, which is a shame because I feel like I'm discrediting myself a little bit. It does feel like a lot has happened on this account, but in some ways it doesn't. I think it's because we've not gone backwards. I would like to have worked on Lord Vader. I'd have liked to have worked on JMK or C, but it feels like those farms constantly get pushed aside because things like Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, Calla and Beck, they'll demand focus. I mean, if I'm looking here, Calla and Beck 7-star, gear 10, As Vizslar's up here, I think he's gear 9. IG-12 will be down here at gear 8. You want to focus on the newer things because they're the things that will impact the meta. And because of that, the things that have been out for several years now, like JMK or Vader, they get neglected. And even then, some things like DTMG, which have come out recently, I just haven't had time to work on. So at some point, I really do hope things change in that regard because I am trying my utmost on this account to keep up with the current meta, the current new releases, but I don't know, I feel like there needs to be some easing to make things just a little bit better to get. But again, maybe I'm just not playing the game good. Let me know what you think, folks. And also tell me, a bit like Crimson, tell me what you think I should work on next, because I think I gave you a little glimpse there that my JMK tunes, they need some work. We're talking the likes of Bo-Katan, Ayla. I love Vader's farm, certainly needs some work. My Bad Batcher's still gear 8 and still not even 7-star yet. But tell me which one you think would be the most impactful. And I've got C as well. My Sidious is what, gear 11? Krennic's not even, I think he's only at gear 8. So yeah, I'm torn because if I actually just filter for a second with the Battle for Naboo tab, I don't feel like I'm actually doing too bad here. I mean, the one that's been covered up by my face cam is Master Qui-Gon. He's gear 9. Sorry, he's gear 8, and I'm working on him right now. He's getting the next car attack. But yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do once these ones are done, because take, for instance, Newt here. Newt's gear 12. If I said to myself, right, Lord Vader, that's my next farm. He's a Relic 7. But I don't feel like that is the right call right now. Something's telling me it isn't. Mace Windu, JMK, Relic 3, cool. Darth Sidious, Relic 7 for Sith Eternal Emperor, cool. Ayla, Relic 3, great. No one's touching Consular and Night Guardian, but you get my point. There's certainly reasons to go for these characters, but I can't say with conscience what to go for. I don't know why, but on both of my accounts right now, I feel rather lost. I've got all the options in front of me, yet I can't say I can definitively say I know what to do. So let me know what you think, folks. I can't say that if one of you says, do this, I will do it, but I would like to know your opinion anyway. Simply because I can't say I've got a great idea myself, so it'd be nice to hear what other people think. Okay, folks. I feel like I've rambled on a long time, and this is the second time I recorded this video because I recorded it 2 days ago and I found out I didn't actually turn my microphone on. Yeah, I'm out of practice. So, with that in mind, folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I have activated channel memberships if you would be interested in signing up for them. Honestly, it's just a way for you guys on YouTube to just show some support, and it's a bit like, say, Twitch and subscriptions over there. So I think I've dropped them at a very low tier. It's $1.99 or something like that. So hopefully not breaking the bank for anyone, but just a way of saying thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. But other than that, I will be back soon with the Jar Jar video, and hopefully we'll do something with Lord Vader and Bo-Katan in the near future as well. So stay tuned on the channel, folks. Until then, goodbye for now.